Yo, YouTube, what is up? Radar25 back again with my co-host, Michael Funtamania, Club Guy Mike. Those are his names. He goes by that.
No one calls me that. Nope. What up,
Marks? We're back again with another video, guys. We just dropped the AEW takeaway video today. This video is going to be our 2 takeaways from NXT. It's only 2 takeaways because there's literally 3 matches on the card. On the show itself, the last one took about like 2 hours to get done. In a 2-hour show, it pretty much took the entire time. But we'll get into that later, guys. But before we get into this video, I want to remind you guys, drop a like on this video, on the AEW video that just dropped, the Monday Night Raw video,
those likes
the WrestleMania 2-part videos.
All of them. Like them up.
Yeah. If you're watching and not subscribed, please do subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you're not missing any of our wrestling videos. My live streams where I play Call of Duty or Fortnite, and any other gaming videos that I will drop on on YouTube. Follow me on social media, Twitter, Instagram, links in the description below. It would also pop out in the bottom of the screen as well, my tag. Without further ado, guys, let's get right into this video. 2 takeaways from NXT.
Let's do it.
All right, guys. So the first match, and it's takeaway number 1, it's labeled Io Shirai. That's what it is, because she is the winner
and sweet
of the NXT #1 contender for the NXT Women's Championship ladder match that's been building for a few weeks now. Finally got all the competitors last week, and
we had a whole tournament into it.
Yeah, they had the second chance gauntlet last week, and Dakota Kai was the winner. So we have the match. It starts off. I really enjoyed the entire match, and there was a lot of interference from Raquel Gonzalez and Robert Stone on the outside.
Yeah, it was just one, like, they were just added to the match. It became an 8-person match.
I mean, there was literally that one spot where Raquel Gonzalez is there, and she's fighting. I think she's fighting Mia Yim.
Yeah.
And they're fighting, and she's trying to power bomb. Well, actually, Raquel Gonzalez is like holding her by the neck.
Yeah.
Yim,
like on the rope, on the top corner.
Yeah. So she gets out, and then she's trying to power bomb Raquel Gonzalez from the apron onto the table on the outside. Yep. And she can't. Here comes Tegan Knox to help. So she ends up helping, and Raquel Gonzalez gets power bombed off. And as Tegan Knox is there, she gets kicked off. And she goes through a ladder. So they had a ladder bridge. She got kicked by Dakota Kai. She falls right through. So, I was able to revisit the feud between Dakota Kai and Tegan Knox.
Early, too, like early in the match.
Because
there was little, like, where you had Tegan Knox, you had Candice LeRae, and who was the other one that was there?
Mia
Yim, and they were just taking out, I'm forgetting her name. I'm drawing a blank.
Io Shirai?
No, the other girl, the Tegan Knox and
Raquel Gonzalez.
Right. No. The
Dakota Kai?
Dakota Kai, yeah. Dakota Kai's in the corner, and they're just doing their moves on him, like over and over.
Yeah. They kept doing like the tumble moves, the cannonball moves into her in the corner, yeah. Robert Stone got involved. Okay, so Chelsea Green. She got injured during the match. She took a chair shot where her leg got caught in the bridge ladder in the corner. Got hit with a chair. Yeah, got hit with the chair. So she was selling the knee for the whole match. Robert Stone was trying to encourage her, go. It's your chance to get the briefcase up there. She gets up. She can't climb the ladder. So Robert Stone gets in the ring, climbs the opposite side of the ladder, tries to help her up.
Just interference all day.
They both get pushed off. And they basically, get caught in the ropes. Io Shirai gets the win. She was able to knock off Candice LeRae
off, like it was on a bridge. The ladder was on the bridge in the corner, and she just kind of popped her off the top.
And then LeRae landed on there, which that bump is always kind of like looks bad to me because the reverb effect where it bounces you off and back up, it always looks like it feels like it would hurt more than just going straight through it, which Tegan Knox did earlier. Like we said, she fell through that bridge ladder and broke it in half.
It was good where all the girls got knocked out right before the last spot, so it was actually good that we knew everyone else was knocked out. You kind of thought that
you knew Tegan Knox was gone for the match after.
And it was between Candice LeRae and Io Shirai at the end. That was fun. Like, revisiting this was the end,
revisiting their feud that they had.
Yeah, so that was awesome.
Yeah, so Io Shirai wins. She will take on Charlotte Flair in the near future for the women's championship. Interesting to have Mauro Ranallo by himself on the call today. I don't think he was even there. It's a pre-tape show. He probably did the commentary and inserted it afterwards.
Mamma Mia a couple times.
Yeah, because they never showed him in the in the episode or anything like that, like to show that he was actually there. But it was a really good way to start the show.
Good match. Girls did a great job. They had some fun spots. It was good, really good.
I feel like they could have gave this match maybe a little bit more time because being so it's bookend. Okay, so this is the front of the show. The bookend of the show, the other side is a super long match where they could have took time off and gave more time to these girls to get to have more.
And we also had a Finn Balor like match for that kind of felt out of place. So it definitely could have been like another 10 minutes longer.
Something like that. Yeah, I was thinking like 5 minutes, something like that. But it was a good match. Really, really enjoyed it. Everybody shined well in this match. Io Shirai on top. She will face Charlotte Flair sometime in the future. It should be a fun match, hard hitting match. And because Io Shirai likes to lay her shit in, so
but I don't see her taking out the Queen.
No, I think she won't win it like right now. No.
I'm not really sure anybody on the roster right now is up to the part of the Queen. That's the one spot about
the only thought I could was Bianca Belair. Other than Rhea Ripley, it was only Bianca Belair at this point. But
I just think it's
a good way to build them all right now to see who's going to be able to take Charlotte off her throne.
We'll see.
Which I did hear Charlotte's going to do double time. She's going to do Raw and.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's interesting.
All right. So that was the first takeaway of the night. Next thing on the show was Finn Balor message that he's sending to Walter. They showed a little bit of clips with Finn on NXT UK. And he's fighting, him in a match against Alexander Wolf, part of Imperium. And, they showed some of the match, but then they showed a promo by Finn. And it's basically this feud was so hotly anticipated when it first started. And then with all that's going on right now, it kind of just peered off a little bit because they can't really do much with it.
Like, NXT UK is not even happening at all because of the lockdown, right? Like they're not even having it.
I don't think it's happening.
Doing events, even in empty arenas over there.
Yeah, I don't think they're doing anything with it. But this hopefully this feud picks back up when everything goes back to normal because it was really hotly anticipated. Yeah. So hopefully we get back that. Next thing on the show, guys, it was the debut match of that new tag team with Malcolm Blevins. Bivens. I'm sorry,
Bivens Incorporated.
Yeah, Malcolm
Enterprises.
Bivens Enterprises. Forgive me if I get the name wrong. Indish Sure. With the two behemoths, Rinku and
I think it's like Sarah. I think it's Sarah
or something like that, right?
Like the way Morrow says, I think it's like Sarah. It's not that complicated.
Yeah, so they're facing a team Ever Rise that consists of Scott Parker and Shane Matthews.
French Canadians.
Yeah,
with the Florida Lee on their tights.
Squash match. These two behemoths, they seem kind of sloppy a little bit at points.
Very sloppy.
I think
they're green as shit.
I don't think they're as experienced as they should be to be in the spot that they're in. But it was just a squash match to build them. After it took out Matt Riddle. So let's see where they go from here.
They're the new Authors of Pain, basically. That's what they are right now.
Could be two massive motherfuckers, two
big guys that are just gonna be fun to beat, throw little guys around. Yeah, so it's what they are.
Now, takeaway number 2 of the night, the final takeaway is the main event, and I will label this the match that never ended. Yeah. the match that didn't want to end. But
it's the match that ends everything.
Yeah,
it ends here.
The match ends the entire feud between these two guys, Ciampa and Gargano. So it starts in an undisclosed location.
Yep, which was literally just the Performance Center behind the Performance Center. That's because there were trucks all over the place at a Performance Center on them. Yeah. All right, whatever.
So Gargano and Ciampa show up. Gargano shows up with Candice LeRae. She drives him there. He gets out. Wow. They both show up. Triple H is waiting for them in a ring, in a smoky warehouse in a ring. Yeah. And he just says, I don't care what you guys do with each other. As soon as I walk out the door, it's on. You have a referee. He's going to just declare the winner. That's all. I don't care what you guys do. But after this is over, and all that. And then
hell breaks loose.
All the hell breaks loose because this is shot like if it was the Boneyard match with a lot of camera cuts, and it was very cinematic where they could have just had them do a regular match.
And there wasn't any announcer, so it just felt like we were watching this weird movie that just like this fight scene's like way too long.
Yeah, and it was seven commercial breaks.
Yes,
which even kills it even more because you're watching it and then you have to go through this commercial, and it happens so many times, and it comes back and the match isn't over. It keeps going, and it's another commercial break after another.
And it's not like it's already annoying when you're watching a normal wrestling match and the guy's like, "Oh, we'll be back."
Well, when it's just quiet,
it just happens. You're just like, "Oh shit, man! I was getting into it now. Okay, I gotta fast forward or whatever." If you're watching it live, but it should have been like 25 minutes maybe instead of a whole 50 minutes, and it would have been.
But I'm saying it's like they this past weekend they did the Boneyard and the Firefly Funhouse, which were awesome,
which are great,
were real cinematic and movie-like. But they just didn't have to do it 3 times in 1 week and then do it with this. Like they didn't have to. Now for such a long time, and well, the problem is how it's better to watch a movie like in the theaters or on DVD on demand rather than watching it on cable because you get the commercials in between.
Yeah.
Like you say, a movie shows up on TBS, you start watching it. Oh, I like this movie. The commercials throw you out of it because you're cutting it out, right?
Yeah.
So you stop watching it. So for it to be like this, he would have had to done it with no commercials and make it shorter. Now,
where you could have been smart, put it on WrestleMania, and I had those 2 or 3 stupid matches that we didn't need to see. Because
you didn't need the Aleister Black match. You didn't need the Street Profits match.
You didn't need Corbin and
you didn't keep Corbin and Elias. You didn't need any of that shit. So you could have took those out and put this match on there, and it would have kind of flowed better with it. Yes. No commercials in between, and you could have made it shorter. It's also what also plays against this match is the fact that you already had awesome matches before this. So you're playing against those matches that were awesome, like top star matches, 5-star matches or whatever. So that hurts this match even more because you're thinking about their previous matches when you're watching this one.
And it wasn't better. It wasn't a better brawl than the Performance Center brawl, which is when they were going in the gym and they knocked off that tower that everybody just wants to kill each other off. And at the Performance Center, it wasn't better than that. That was more entertaining. It was quicker. It was fast paced. This was like a lot of like fighting, and the referee just felt awkwardly placed because you just kept hearing him say, "Are you guys okay? You want more? Stop it! Like it's supposed to be like you guys supposed to kill each other. Shut the hell up."
And then Ciampa takes off the ring mat and the padding.
Yeah, which is cool. That was a fun spot.
I always like when they do that because it shows like the little bit of padding they actually do have on these rings.
It's basically you're just jumping on wood.
Yeah, for the these motherfuckers out there that say it's bullshit what they're doing, the springs in there. Look at that shit. It's not. It's a little piece of padding like probably this thick. It ain't helping shit. Your mattress probably has more padding than that.
Yeah. So hell yeah, it does.
Yeah. So it's not like you're jumping on a mattress. But the match, I think it was a miss because it was just so damn long, and the commercial breaks even make it even worse. Now these are brawls, but they threw a little bit of wrestling moves in there because the problem, everybody's complaint with Randy Orton Edge brawl was because it was just a lot of punching and kicking. It wasn't like
throwing in.
And it was so long, just of a bunch of punching and kicking. That's what people's problem with this. This one they tried to throw a little bit more wrestling moves in it, but the fact that the commercials were in there and it was so long still hurts, and it's going against all the other matches. All the other matches they did.
And they were on a semi again. We just saw this week.
Outdoors. You said you heard the drone, right? They heard the drone.
Yeah, like it came out. You hear I'm like, I was like, that's a drone. And all of a sudden they're on top of the truck, and obviously drone shots.
Yeah.
And the funniest part was like they were literally, you could see the street on the side. And there was cars driving by. Can you imagine like driving by and seeing
that shit on the side? Like,
you guys are laying this shit in. And why is that one guy just looking so intensely? Not helping him. Not stopping the fight.
Yeah. Now they did a spot where Ciampa has Gargano on the top rope, and he jumps off, with holding him on his back, and like lands on the outside floor. But it was obviously a camera cut in, and they landed on a crash pad, and they just kind of changed the spot up a little bit. That's the good thing that they have these camera cuts. You're able to pull a move off like that and make it look like it actually happened.
Yeah.
Now what happens later on, I don't really think it had much of an impact. So Candice LeRae comes out while they're beating the shit out of each other in the ring. Candice LeRae comes out and she's telling them to stop. They're like, when is it going to be over? Because it's like, playing to the fact that this is getting out of hand, all this feud.
No shit.
And then she ends up kicking. She says she'll end it. She kicks Johnny Gargano, her husband.
Like, I hate my husband. Is that what you want him?
Yeah.
Bang, hits him right in the balls.
She hits him right in the balls. She leaves, and here comes Ciampa, like with a remorse on his face, and he basically says to Johnny, "I'm sorry."
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
This has gone too far. We fucked our lives up. Like it's and you're like, I actually would like that, but then.
Yeah. Then. He's pleading. He's saying, "I'm sorry" to Johnny. Out of nowhere, he stands up and he gets kicked in the nuts by Candice LeRae
in the asshole and nuts.
She got him. Basically, he got him like in the taint. It was a taint kick. Yeah,
it was a taint
kick. Got him right in the taint. Now this is the funny part afterwards. After he gets kicked in the taint by Candice LeRae, Tommaso Ciampa, he gets down on his knees. Obviously, he's writhing in pain. Here comes Johnny Gargano, and he gets inside of his pants. He pulls out. He had a cup on.
Yeah, so obviously, smell this.
It didn't hurt, right? Yeah, and he puts it right in his face.
Smell my sweaty balls.
He probably hasn't been wearing it long because they probably stopped the tape.
He had the whole match. Yeah. He did a Joe Exotic and was like, "Smell my golden nuggets." That's what.
He did a Michael Nakazawa, because you look at that AEW match of Michael Nakazawa. He took off his underwear underneath his trunks and put it on his hands. It's a move that he does. So he did something like that, right? So he's throwing the cup in his face, like, "Look, I had this shit on," and he wins. He drops Ciampa on the wood planks of the ring.
The ring
gets the win, and then him and Gargano and LeRae leave, and I think this is the most important part of the end of this.
Yeah, there's a teaser here.
Yeah, so they're walking out, Gargano and his wife LeRae, and they're walking to their car in the parking lot, and there's a random car parked there with 2 people inside, and those 2 people are Killer Kross and the lovely Scarlett Bordeaux, his girlfriend.
Lovely Scarlett Bordeaux from French Canada.
One of the most beautiful women in wrestling is his girlfriend, Killer Cross's girlfriend, and both of them are in there staring at Gargano and LeRae. So
and you'll miss it if you're not looking at it. You just thought it was a random car. At first, I thought it was Triple H. I was like, "Is he who's that chick he's in there with?" And I was like, "Pause."
A teaser setting up that the probably next feud for Gargano is against Killer Cross, which I'm pretty excited about. And I also would like to see Killer Cross and Tommaso Ciampa because they're both a real wild-looking motherfuckers. Both of those guys look psychotic.
Where does Ciampa go from here?
I don't know. I don't know if he moves up to a different show or.
I mean, SmackDown kind of needs him, but I don't know. I just don't know how he'd work. He's such an interesting, unique character.
Yeah, I think on the main roster.
He just is not like a big he's just a real guy. Like he's very grounded, real character. Where on the main roster, he's gonna kind of just especially with Vince there, fuck this guy. And
I think he should just stay in NXT, but just obviously after this you're gonna keep Gargano and Ciampa away for a couple years.
Maybe you can
it's gotta be some years in between that they ever meet up again. They can't even come into contact again.
No. Yeah. And I mean, there was an Adam Cole promo, but he's with Dream. So I don't know. We'll see what happens with Ciampa.
We don't know where he's going to go. I mean, you keep these guys separate. If they're going to stay on the same show, you keep them as separate as long as you can. Yeah. If they ever get together, it's maybe like a Survivor Series, NXT versus Raw, SmackDown type of thing on the same team. You can do that. But you keep them apart because now
it's the old Triple H Shawn Michaels thing. They could just maybe wait 4 or 5 years and then come back and start again.
This match
is back.
I don't think this match hurts the feud because they had so many good matches before this. But this was just long. And they didn't need all the stylized camera cuts and the overproduction. They could have kept it more simple because it is on TV with all the fucking commercial breaks that kills it.
We're gonna blame coronavirus for that again. Coronavirus can just suck a dick. It's ruining all our lives in all aspects.
Okay, so that's the end of the video, guys. The shit that sucked is gonna have to be all the camera cuts and just this match. I didn't think it was if it was shorter. I didn't think it would be that. It would have been that
20 minutes, 25 minutes would have been a golden little time where it would have done everything they had to do. We didn't need the fucking truck scene. We saw that already this week. We didn't need that. It would have been perfect.
Yeah, but so they should have cut it shorter, and with all the commercials, add some more matches to the show and make this thing shorter. But that's the shit that sucked. How long the thing was and how overproduced it was for a TV match. Yeah. They should have just had it on WrestleMania, like you said, Michael. They should have had it on WrestleMania. And had it there, it would have felt bigger, and it wouldn't have to have been this long and so many commercials in between.
Guys, we wouldn't have seen those stupid matches.
Yeah, but that's the shit that sucked. Something for you guys to watch on the network. We've said this before, but do watch the 24 of Edge is return and that whole build towards that. This Sunday is Broken Skull Sessions with Ric Flair. And what else? Watch the Big Show if you get a chance. You got a family, watch it on Netflix.
Have you seen it?
I have not watched it. No.
You have a family. Why don't you watch it?
She's not. My daughter's not gonna want to watch that. She's too small for that. But whatever. Watch that. Support the wrestlers and their other endeavors that they do. And that's the video for today, guys. Our 2 takeaways from NXT. Remember, if it doesn't work for you, brother, do not do the job.
Later, Marks.